Hey guys, Jess here. I'm back and I have a storage / organization video for you today. I have changed up again how I store my die cuts and ephemera, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's working really well for me. And so when I like something, I like to share. So before, as you all know, I was storing all my ephemera pieces in these little CD sleeves, which is a great system, don't get me wrong. But I have grown tired of sifting, like dumping these out and like looking through them. And so I do have the binder system for like my chipboard and stickers, you know, random sticker sheets, which I love, right? I can actually open up and I can see everything right at a glance, and I really am finding that that is my preferred way to see my supplies. Like I like to see kind of everything like categorized out, like spread out, so I can just look and see what I want. And so obviously putting die cuts in a album is too labor intensive for me, like too much. So my thought was if I could find maybe a container. I know over in Europe they have the really useful box that has like the tray on top where you can put your embellishments in the tray on top and your papers on bottom. And so I like kind of like that concept, and I'm like, I wonder if I could find, you know, a container that achieves something similar. And I did. So I found these on Amazon, and they're these little these little boxes. They are, let me give you a size here, and I'll make sure to link it below. So they are about 9 or almost 10 inches wide by about 7 1/4 deep and like 2.5 inches high. So they're a nice size box, but they're not too big. And they come with a latch. And what I love about these is that they have a top tray, which is awesome for your larger ephemera pieces. And then they have dividers. So just like your typical like bead box or embellishment box, they have dividers. But also what I love about this one is that these also come out here, and you can cut them, and you could, you know, make different size compartments within this container. So there's a lot of versatility in this container, and that's why I love it so much. I did a lot of research online and a lot of looking, and I finally decided to give this one a try, which I have, and I fell in love with it. And so I wanted to share with you the couple of collections that I've already, or you know, put in these containers, and then thought I would walk you through how I, you know, fill one of these up. So again, these boxes are awesome. You can label on the front or the side. They fit on your shelf beautifully. And then I'm sure you're all wondering about like, well, Jess, what happens when you travel for scrapbooking? Well, I've thought about that. So I could take this with me. I could focus on one type of collection. You guys know me. I like to focus on a project when I go to a crop. And so this is an easy grab and go container. I can just, you know, kind of build my project around this. I could always take some of these and put them in the baggies if I really wanted to. So there's lots of opportunity. So this doesn't limit me in any way. It's not, you know, as convenient as the individual bags, but I actually kind of like having everything all in one container that matches. So I foresee this really being great addition, and a great way to take things to a crop. So far I have really no negatives on this container. So let me show you guys what I've put in it so far and how I've decided to organize these. So let's put the tray back in. And so for this first one, as you guys know, before I started off with these larger 9 by 12 containers, the Logix containers, and I had my Cocoa Vanilla, Maggie Holmes, and I think my Pink Paisley, and Pink Fresh collections in here, and this is kind of what triggered me to look for a different box. I liked this, but I really wanted compartments. And honestly, if they made one this size that had a compartment, like a tray and compartments on this, this would be a winner in my book. But this is just one big container, and I had put some other containers on the inside to try to compartmentalize, but it just didn't, you know, it was nice, but it wasn't great. So what I've done is I found these, and so I've put my larger collections that I have a lot of ephemera of in this container. So this one's Pink Fresh, Maggie Holmes, and Crepe Paper, because they all have similar color scheme, similar feel, and in my book they go well together. So when I open this up, I have this top little tray, and so I was able to put the larger journaling cards and tags in this tray, and then I've got some of the smaller pieces, like I got circles and rainbows, there's banners and envelopes, and then tiny words and banners here, and this fits quite a bit in this little tray here. But these are the pieces that were kind of, you know, I just wanted, well, obviously the bigger tray is needed for the bigger pieces, but these smaller ones were ones that I just felt worked on top. But again, you can customize it however you want. And then underneath, as you can see, I have lots of florals with this collection. So I took the larger florals, I think most of these are the Pink Fresh florals, and I put them in here in this larger larger section. And so I wanted to show you that this is one of the ones that I adjusted. So I took out, oops, I took out this third row here, one of these. I took that out and only put this connector in here. And so I have one big pocket that will fit the larger pieces in here, which is awesome, which is exactly what I was looking for. And so, yes, I still have to pull them out to kind of look through them, but I have all my florals in one place now. All my colorful florals in one place, black and whites. And then as I work through these supplies, these guys are a little big, so they gotta sit on top, but as I continue to work back, I put birds and butterflies, and then I have leaves, and then I have little banners, and then I have little random, you know, shapes like whales and bikes and bags and cameras, like all those kind of different images in this little container. And then I have hearts, and then I have other smaller shapes like fruit and starfish, and then I have these fun little rubber pieces over here in the corner. But what I like about this so much is that everything's kind of, it's all the same collection, but they're in kind of micro categories, like subcategories, so I can quickly see, you know, where I want to go and what kind of florals I want to use, or if I need butterflies, they're right here. And I don't just have one big pile of embellishments that I have to sift through. I just have grown tired of that over time. I wasn't bothered by it at first, but as time has gone on, I'm like, you know, I'm really kind of tired of dumping it out, putting it back, and dumping it out. So I've used this quite a few times, this system so far, and it works brilliant. It visually helps me quickly locate what I'm looking for. Oh, I want a journaling card, they're right here. Oh, I want a tag, you know, I want a little banner. It just works really great. So that's this collection here. And then I did the same thing with my Cocoa Vanilla Boys collection. So here's my top tray. So I have an extra little divider here, but I have my larger pieces here, larger die, so these are more like frames, larger die cuts here. All my little like word phrase cards are in this little section. Again, more banners and cards on this side. A little rubber piece, and then all circles right here in this little top caddy. So then when I lift this up, down below I've separated it out, right? I have arrows, I have stars, I have some larger die cut pieces. I have flare badges, little tabs, circles, more circles, banners, so on and so forth. So I can quickly see everything at a glimpse. And so what I plan on doing here is, even though this is all Cocoa Vanilla, as I find I got some spare cubbies here. So as I find embellishments that I think match, I'm just going to plop them in here because it all coordinates and it's all going to work together. And I just love visually being able to see it all out in basically one place. Or at least categorized in smaller categories, so I'm like, ooh, stars, here we go. Instead of sifting through the big package of them, you guys have been on my Friday Night Lives, sifting through those big piles, it takes time. And so I'm really trying to bring efficiency, bring organization, and then also as part of this process, I've gone through and I've weeded out the die cut pieces that I absolutely will never use. And I didn't store them. If I know it's a piece that I absolutely will never use, I got rid of it. And so this is what's left. And I can't tell you how much I love this system. I really, really love it. It really appeals to my micro organization style. It puts everything in one place that coordinates. Easy to see, easy to find, easy to bring to my desk. So again, I will link these containers to in the description below if you're interested. And then I thought we would go through what I have and pick out a couple more collections that we want to organize. So let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see, I still have a bunch of envelope pieces here, or envelopes that I need to work through as far as embellishments. But as you can see, I think I'm making sense, but you know, these are great. They're still in packages, but it's hard. You have to flip through. It's kind of hard to tell, you know, what's in them. You can kind of have an idea, but you have to dump it all out and look at it. So I guess I'm just really loving the transition to these new bins. And so I think for bin number 1, I have a ton of Jen Hatfield. So I think that's what we're going to use bin number 1 for. And then I already have some that's open as well. So just make sure, oh, yep. Oh, there's pebbles. That kind of matches though. Yep. We're gonna plop that in with it. Again, I've gotten to the point too where it's just, if it coordinates, it's going together. Most of the stuff, by the time I get to it, you can't buy it anymore. But also too, if I can, they all have their own unique styles, so I can also reference, you know, oh, that's One Canoe 2 style, or oh, that's Maggie Holmes. They kind of all, you can kind of tell the different manufacturers for sure. So I'm just looking in these to make sure there's no other Jen Hatfield. Okay, so these are silver, but I might put these little flare badges in with this collection. So we're going to leave those out. So we're going to move this over. And then here's container number 2. So I have, there's One Canoe 2, but I have some more Jen Hatfield right here. Oh, see, now I have some more of these envelopes I could put in with my, oh, that's Vicky Boutin. Ooh, Amy Tan and Vicky Boutin might not be a bad idea. We're gonna hold on to that thought, but we're gonna put these here for now. All right, let's see. These are spellbinders, but looking at the colors, those would match. Dear Lizzie, that could go with, oh, I got some butterflies. These need to go in the Maggie Holmes. Maggie Holmes. I'm so glad I'm doing this. I have stuff in here that I could file elsewhere. Alright, what's in these? Again, so I have florals. It looks like Paige Evan florals and tags, which I think I can pair with my crepe paper and Maggie Holmes. Again, very similar colors. I'm not sure about the flowers though, so we're gonna have to see. So we've got some stickers, some more stickers. Oh, look at those beautiful banners. I forgot I had those. They're buried here. Isn't that awesome? It's like, seriously, I swear, it's like a treasure hunt every time you go look at this stuff. So this is a Fancy Pants florals, Simple Stories. So here's some more Pink Fresh florals. Amy Tan, Maggie Holmes. So, oh, I've got some ephemera too. Oh, look at those butterflies. I can add them. Oh my gosh, so much stuff, you guys. Sorry, I'm just like in awe of what I have here. And I forgot because they're just sitting here in a bin, and yeah, I'm so glad I'm doing this. I'm so glad I'm doing this. So I might have to get maybe 1 or 2 more of those containers, but let's work with what we've got for now. So Jen Hatfield in container number 1, and then we'll make a decision on container number 2. And I got to get these stickers in the right home. All right, so here's what we have to work with. Now these rubber pieces, unfortunately, they don't work well, but I mean, I could cut them down. But I also have a file system for all my stickers, so I might just put them there. So I'm going to leave these off to the side. But for the rest of this stuff, the hearts I'll probably put over there too. I'm going to go through and I am going to weed out what I don't think I'll use, what I don't love, and just keep what I will. And so I'm just going to put the music on and go through this process, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Alright guys, here is the Jen Hatfield box. So as you could see, I did a lot of moving things around. I modified this little cubby here to get some other tags and little houses in there. But overall, I think the categorization is really nice. So I have all my florals right here. Again, ideally I would probably separate flowers and leaves, but I didn't have that luxury of space, so that would work. And I was a little indecisive on some of these images, so what I decided to do is keep most of them, but over time, if I decide that, you know, I don't really love them, I can let them go and make room for something else. But this is a really good start. I'm super happy to have all of my Jen Hatfield in this one container, so I can broadly see everything I have, and it all matches. It really works well. And then so the only thing is that my chipboard and stickers are in another place, but I know where to find those and bring them to my table. So yeah, so that was this process. It's not too bad. It does take a little moving around and figuring out where everything's gonna go, but again, this is also inspiring too, because I get to play and see what I own, and I've got ideas brewing in my mind. So I hope you guys enjoy. I think I'm gonna wait on the other container. I'm not really sure exactly what I want to put in there yet. I have to really take some inventory, but I think this is good for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, the link to the box will be in my description. And make sure you give this a like and hit subscribe so you don't miss future content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great night. Bye.